Illinois Democrats are demanding transparency from the Trump administration after an ICE agent shot and killed a man near Chicago. Federal immigration officials say the man attempted to drive his vehicle into agents as he tried to get away. What do we know about this shooting, and what has been the reaction from both the Trump administration and immigration advocates?
Well, Alex, before we get to advocates, actually new today, we have reaction from the family of Silverio Villegas Gonzalez, the 38-year-old who they're calling a devoted father, a cherished friend, and a kind soul. They went on saying that he had just dropped his two little kids off at school yesterday morning when this traffic stop happened, and they, along with immigration advocates, they're condemning everything that happened there yesterday morning in this kind of western Chicago suburb, which, by the way, has a huge Latino population, saying that fleeing a traffic stop is not a capital offense, but for Villegas Gonzalez came with effectively the death sentence. We'll get into DHS and ICE's account of what happened here in a bit, but just to kind of lay out the top of what you explained there, Governor J.B. Pritzker, for instance, a Democrat and frequent critic of President Trump, sort of calling for a full, in his words, a full and factual accounting of what happened, calling for transparency and accountability. So this is coming amid what President Trump has called Operation Midway Blitz. They've been saying, the Trump administration has been saying they're rounding up immigrants with criminal records, which they said was the case here. We should point out NBC News reviewed Villegas Gonzalez's record and found no history of criminal charges. So we'll just point that out. As far as DHS and ICE, they say this was a traffic stop when Villegas Gonzalez ran his car at officers, hitting one. They say he dragged him a significant distance. They say the ICE officer, who's not being named right now, sustained severe injuries, but is stable. But that's who they say pulled out their gun and ended up shooting Villegas Gonzalez, which they say followed training, followed protocol. So that's what we're hearing from the Trump administration. Here's a statement, part of what DHS put out yesterday. They wrote, "We are praying for the speedy recovery of our law enforcement officer." Again, they say he followed his training, used appropriate force, and properly enforced the law to protect the public and law enforcement. One final note, Alex, that agency, ICE in particular, highlighting that amid these escalating raids across the country, they say they've seen a 1,000% increase on assaults and attacks on their ICE officers. Again, amid all of these increased raids in a growing number of cities nationwide, this one, as you can imagine, getting a lot of attention.